I smell good, yeah I do. I smell good and I want you to smell good too. So, niche designer, Middle Eastern perfumes. Here's my review.
Hola friends, mi gente, ¿cómo están? How are you doing, friends? I hope you're doing well. I am May. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Welcome back to the friends that have been here before. I hope you're having a nice evening. So I got a comment from someone kind enough to watch my video where they asked if I could give my opinion on Snif's Extra Whip Body Mist. And it just happened to be that I owned it. So I said, you know what? Sure, I can. We can talk about it. I actually meant to talk about this set since I had purchased it. And then, you know, life. So today we're going to be talking about their hotcakes and toppings layering bundle. This sold out on Snif. I don't know if it came back to the Snif website. I think Ulta does have it available. I want to say it retails for about like $75. And this is what it looks like. I actually spoke briefly about it in my Ulta haul video. So here's what it looks like. It's a picture of hotcakes or pancakes, right? And we've got what looks like jam or jelly. We've got whipped cream, butter, like it just looks really powdered sugar. It just looks really, really yummy and gourmand. But this is what the little set looks like. It's so cute. You get this little almost like makeup bag or fragrance bag, perfect like for traveling, you know, TSA. And it has the 3 body mists, which are Berry Styles, Hazel Split, and Extra Whip, which is the mist that Colorful Artist, which was the person kind enough to look at my video, that's the one that they're curious about. And then it also brought a mini of the Perfume hotcakes. And since someone was kind enough to leave a comment and ask, we'll go ahead and get started with Extra Whip. So these retail, I want to say individually, for about $25, $24. I believe that's how much they cost if you were not to buy them as part of that set. This is 2.5 fluid ounces. It is a little pricey for a body mist. That's not even like 3 ounces or anything like that. It's 2.5. Here's what it looks like. Really pretty presentation. Soft peach colored cap. I would say this is kind of like amber, like an amber color. This is all plastic though. It's plastic. Down here it says Extra Whip Body Mist, and back here it says Snif. Let me give you some atomizer action. Let me get a perfume girly paper. I have this little vase that I decided to use to hold my perfume girly papers. Isn't it so cute, the little vase? And then I just put a Bath & Body Works ribbon on it. But anyway, here we got our perfume girly paper. Let me give you some atomizer action. A ver. So here we go. Ooh, pressurized atomizer. Somebody mentioned that the other day in a video I was watching, and they were like, oh, this is nice, but the atomizer isn't pressurized. And I was like, have I ever stopped to notice which ones are pressurized or not? I don't think I have. This is lovely, friends. Let me put some on the back of my hand. Listen, very misty, nice range with this mist. This mist, off the bat, let me tell you, on my skin, I get like 6 hours plus wear out of this thing. This is absolutely lovely. I will tell you that off the bat. When you go to Fragrantica, the reviews are a little mixed. Some people say it smells very plasticky, synthetic. Some people say it is your regular everyday vanilla, that it's nothing to write home about. And other folks are like, this is absolutely gorgeous. I am one of the absolutely gorgeous people. On my skin, this turns into the most beautiful, the only word I could think of is sexy, seductive type of skin scent. Absolutely delicious skin scent, you know? Absolutely gorgeous. So I pick up a lot of creaminess. I pick up a milky, creamy feel from this mist. I'm also picking up this musk. To me, it is something along the lines of almost an Egyptian musk in the type of skin scent that it leaves. Like your skin, it smells like warm, toasty skin. You know, like when somebody puts on a perfume and let's say they're wearing like a jacket or a sweater and they might take that off and you smell the warmth of their skin and the fragrance. mist. That's the dry down. Absolutely delicious to me. This to me is at minimum a 9 out of 10, just because of how beautiful, absolutely gorgeous the dry down is. I also pick up on what is like they say cold milk, but the aldehyde in here is presenting as a colder, crispier milk. I can see that because I'm getting more whipped cream as opposed to just milk, right? Or warm milk. This to me is a cold presentation when it comes to the milkiness of it. At the opening, the dry down to me, it is very skin-like, very warm, very musky, but I say that in the prettiest way, that this is a gorgeous skin musk at the dry down, especially when it begins to fade away. It's to me the type of scent that I continuously just keep doing this and breathing in and breathing in. But mostly what I am picking up is the very frothy cold whipped cream. I am picking up an absolutely gorgeous musk, a warm vanilla. The way those two are contrasting, this warm ambery golden type of vanilla, almost like a yellow pound cake with whipped cream on top, with a very cold whipped cream on top. That's what I'm picking up here. But let me read you the notes. So Extra Whip released this year. On Fragranza, guys, got 3.96 out of 5. If you read the reviews, there's a lot of there's a lot of I hate it, and there's also a lot of this is amazing. So the top notes are sugar and aldehydes. Middle note is whipped cream. Base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. You most certainly pick up on the sandalwood. It is a creamy. I've picked up so many perfumes recently that have this creamy, velvety, silky type of sandalwood that is just so incredibly seductive and appealing to me. I just find it so gorgeous. This is, I'm probably thinking people think that this is mostly a feminine type leaning mist, but I think on a man, coupled like with another, let's say, fragrance that may have like an oud or something, this would be really sexy too. This to me is just so pretty. Get your nose on it. Ulta is really good, at least my Ulta store is really, really good at having Snif in store for you to be able to smell, you know. Go ahead and smell it, spray it, walk around, see how it interacts with your skin chemistry. And I hope you get this warm, beautiful, seductive quality that I pull from this. Sugar, it is sweet. I don't think it's overly sweet though. This to me is like a pound cake, like a yellow pound cake with whipped cream. As a kid, my dad would always buy yellow pound cakes. I think Entenmann's ones. He absolutely loves yellow pound cake. And I remember being a kid and my dad saying, well, I bought some cake. And when I would look at it, I'd be like, that's not cake, you know, because I'm like, where's all the frosting? Where's all the sugar? Where are the sprinkles? You know, all the things that kids expect on a cake. But it is just a yellow pound cake. Is it sweet? Yeah, because it's a cake, but it's not sugary sweet like cakes with frosting, you know. And that's kind of what this reminds me of, a yellow pound cake, that type of sweetness. Beautiful, gorgeous, warm, ambery type of vanilla. A silky, lovely, woody sandalwood that's as creamy as the whipped cream. It's so pretty. The aldehydes, I think they do keep this cool. It's really interesting. It's really pretty. And they've done this so well that I can see this as being a spring fragrance. Maybe even a summer night fragrance. Would I wear this if it's like 100 degrees out there or 95 degrees? No, but in the South right now, at least where I am, summer is like, I will see you when I see you. I think today we had like a low of 60 degrees. It is sweater weather. It is still, especially once the sun sets, still pretty much give me a light sweater, a little light windbreaker or something. It's been super rainy, super cool. Perfect mist for that type of weather. So I think this is lovely. I think that this is more than just your regular vanilla. The musk and the sandalwood at the dry down give this such an alluring, sexy skin scent that is just gorgeous to me. I think it's so pretty. And like I said, I get hours of wear out of this mist. So yeah, friends, that one is Extra whip. I really like it. I think it's awesome. I think actually all of these are awesome. So let's move on to the next one. I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and start with Berry Styles. This is the box for Berry Styles. It's a really cute, simple blueberry. You know, it's supposed to be like blueberry, purpley type of blue. It says Berry Styles Body Mist. Spray the juiciest track of the year, just like a pop star. Berry Styles Can Jam. Besides that, it looks exactly like the other one. It just says Berry Styles at the bottom. Okay, mi gente, so let's go ahead and spray this one. Nice mist. The way that it spreads out, right? Such a nice range. This is so pretty. But anyway, this one has a blueberry note. I think it says it. I think Snif gives us the notes on the box. So they say we mix notes of ripe blueberries and raspberries with lime, blue freesia, vanilla, and creamy woods for a fruity scent that will make all other toppings jelly. So delicious, you'll want an encore. And it is delicious. This is such a pretty take on blueberry. It's gorgeous. I think I like it because there is something that it's still jammy and it's still sweet, but this to me is actually more of a preserve. Which one is sweeter, a jam or a preserve? Whichever one is less sweet, that's the one I'm thinking of. You know? But it is jammy. It's really pretty. I think I find it so lovely. Let me put some on the back of my hand as well. Because they mention citrus, and there is a citrusy tone as soon as you spray it that kind of reminds me of a cocktail. Like a cocktail, you know, like a seltzer, almost, you know, like a hard lemonade or something like that. Let's get the notes for this one. All right, folks. So the notes for Berry Styles. According to Fragrantica, this has a 4.23 out of 5. So folks are vibing with it more than they are extra whipped. That's funny to me. They're both gorgeous. This to me is also like another 9 out of 10. So Snif says this is a vibrant, fruity gourmand that's blending juicy berries with fresh citrus. They say that this mist employs an innovative CO2 co-extraction technique to capture an authentic berry scent. So this opens with blueberry, raspberry, and lime at the top. Yeah, lime. Maybe like a, what do you call that? A limerita? You know what I'm saying? Like it smells like one of these seltzers or one of these mixed drinks that has lemon or lime in it as soon as you spray it. First, to me, what I get is that citrus, and then this really vibrant, gorgeous blueberry and a sweeter raspberry come through. So that's at the top. In the mid, we have freesia, and then at the base, we have vanilla. Yeah, friends, this is so pretty. This citrus, you smell it as soon as you spray it, and it's such a beautiful introduction for the berries, the two berries that come in. They are bright, they are crisp, they are fresh, they are yummy. It's just so pretty. I get like this woody tone from this perfume as well. I'm not gonna say it's a sandalwood, but there is something grounding here. And I don't think that it could be just freesia, you know, and obviously not those fruits. I don't think that's what's giving this kind of like a grounding at the bottom. I mean, it's obvious that there's something here, like I said, grounding it. To me, I smell something like a woody tone. This is sweet, but more of like a natural fruit sweet as opposed to sugar, like with extra whip, even though I don't think that one's very sweet either. The freesia, the florals, I'm not really getting that. I'm mostly getting the berries and the citrus and a warmth that maybe is coming from vanilla, a little bit of a warmth, even though it opens very, very bright. It's very pretty. I'm not sure that I would be able to distinguish just vanilla. This is not a very vanilla forward type of scent to me, to be honest with you. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Blueberry muffin, the doll. Blueberry muffin, you know, like strawberry shortcake and blueberry muffin. I'm showing my age, but I had a blueberry muffin doll, and this is kind of what she smelled like. You remember when you would buy them and they were scented, the little dolls? They were so nice. So that's what this reminds me of, blueberry muffin. It's gorgeous. The blueberry here is so nice. I think blueberry can be really weird. I know a lot of folks really love that fruit and they want to be able to wear it, or that it is a fruit. But I don't know that it's always done very nicely to the point where you're like, oh, I want to reach for this blueberry fragrance. I think I have one or two and they were quite the disappointment. But this is really pretty. It's really berry-like. It reminds me of blueberry muffin, the little doll, and blueberry muffins. I guess in a way that's kind of the vanilla in here. The vanilla take is like a blueberry muffin. It's very nice. But I really love the way that lime almost like ushered in the other two in such a pretty way for the raspberry and the blueberry. The freesia, the floral, would I be able to tell that there's a floral in here? I think so. I think so. There's also kind of a little bit of a candy tone, a tiny bit of a blueberry type of lollipop type of tone here, but not that much. But it has to be that vanilla, right? And a wood. But something here is obviously grounding this that's not a berry and is not a lime. This one is gorgeous. It's really pretty. If you love blueberries, this is a very well done blueberry mist. Definitely get your nose on this one. It's so gorgeous and fun. Yeah, friends. So that one is Berry Styles. And then the last mist that's in the little set is Hazel Split. And can I tell you that I wasn't expecting to like this one? I don't like hazelnuts. I do not like them. I don't like hazelnut coffee. I don't like hazelnut creamer. I don't like hazelnuts. Like I shared previously, I'm one of these people that when you talk to me about a set, when you tell me that a brand is like, we've released this set of things, I'm always like, well, I need the set now because you done released it that way. That doesn't always work out to my benefit though. But Hazel Split was in the little set I got for my daughter, so I picked it up. And it's really pretty. And I do not like hazelnut. So I was quite surprised at how much I liked this fragrance. I am looking up the note. So it says this is a decadent chocolate topping you will go nuts for. Crush your cravings with Hazel Split's rich mist. Milky cocoa was blended with creamy hazelnut, slices of banana, and a swirl of coconut until it was more tempting than a midnight spoonful. Ready to spread the love? Let's see. Okay, friends, so on Fragrantica, Hazel Split has a 3.58 out of 5 with 53 votes. Top notes are cocoa, banana, and hazelnut. Middle note is coconut, and the base notes are amberwood and musk. Let's go ahead and spray it. I'll get you some atomizer action. Really pretty mist. Where can I spray this? Let me spray this here because I'm running out of room. Oh, right off the bat, so much cocoa, and it is literally cocoa powder. Like when you decide you're gonna make your own brownies and you start with Hershey's cocoa powder as opposed to just buying a mix and you're like, I'm gonna start from scratch, let me just go get cocoa powder, dry cocoa powder. That is mostly what this smells like a brownie. This smells like a brownie. This is pretty. Let me tell you, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. And I'm not big on smelling like cookies, like chocolate, I should say. I have a few chocolate perfumes and I find them so pretty because they're a little bit woody, a little bit masculine. They're not super gourmand, sugary. You know what I mean? Same thing here. I don't think this is super sugary. This is so pretty. This is, okay, now I am smelling like a coconut brownie, like a brownie that has coconut flakes on it. I guess I like this so much because hazelnut to me is not front and center right here. Does this really smell like hazelnut to me? My nose is picking up the cocoa. My nose is picking up on chocolatey, right? Something chocolatey. This is so pretty. I love a good perfume or a good scent. Okay, focus. I'm getting cocoa. I am getting like a nutty presence here, right? The hazelnut, bananas. I'm not necessarily picking up on banana right away, but I do get amberwood and musk. I get like this is not a white musk. This is more of an earthier type of musk to me, a warm, earthy type of musk. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Get out. And I do get warm woody tones. This is pretty. But mostly cacao. I do get like a hint of banana. Wow, where's that? Where is that spray? Let me spray some more. That's berry. This is so like photorealistic to me. This is crazy. This cocoa. Oh, it's so pretty. I am getting, oh my gosh. Yeah, the coconut. Wow, that's so gorgeous. What is this reminding me of? It's reminding me of a certain candy bar. What candy bar is that? Is it one of the Godivas? This is really pretty. This smells like cocoa or dark chocolate, like a dark chocolate candy bar, you know? I don't get a lot of sweetness at all. I do get the coconut. It's more like coconut flakes to me, not coconut milk, not coconut water. And if it is like the flesh of the coconut, once it's dried out, that you get to like, usted han guayado coco. Have you ever, what do you call that? Grated coconut, to put in a dish or to make candy? I used to help my grandmother with that. But yeah, like coconut flakes. I like this. I like this. Now, if you like gourmand, if you like drier, darker chocolate, this one might be for you, especially if you like it with like a hint of warmth from the amber, a little bit of a woody tone, and an earthier type of musk. Ah! All three of these are so pretty, but this one definitely has coconut and you could smell it and it's really pretty. And the banana, you know what? More than the banana itself, it's almost like the smell of a banana peel. Does that make sense? Like how a banana peel is softly scented like a banana. That's kind of what this smells like too. This is so pretty. This is so gorgeous. Listen, thank you so much to Colorful Artists. I believe that is their handle, for asking me to speak on Extra Whip, because these have been sitting with me for like a month now and I have not really worn them, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, let me stop wasting time. Now, again, like I said, they were really for a nice amount of time on me. I will say that out of all of them, Hazel Split might be one that you can definitely wear now with this cool weather that we're having, at least in the part of the country where I'm in. But this to me is more fall. This is more of a fall scent. This is not very like, oh my gosh, it's changing. Oh, it's getting pretty. There's almost like a masculine nature to this one. This is gorgeous. I really like this. Oh, that's pretty. I would say it's more like fall centered though. So friends, this is Hotcakes Snif's Fine Fragrance. And again, there's a mini in that little set. So if you were to buy that little set, it's gonna have a tiny little version of this perfume. Let's go ahead and open it. Here's what it looks like. Really pretty. The same kind of ambery, or in this case, like taupe type of color. It opens like this with a little handle. The perfume's in here. Okay, friends. So this is the perfume. This is Snif's Hotcakes. All of these Snifs have this really awesome magnetic cap. Really strong magnetic cap. It's 1 ounce. It may not look like much, but it's 1 ounce like most of the perfumes. Okay. That's nice. That's a lot of mist. That's a lot of range. And pressurized, right? Out of my... Ooh, mi gente. Shut the front door. When I first saw it, I was like, hotcakes? Who wants to smell like a whole pancake? What is he talking about? But when I tell you they did this nice, mi gente. Okay, now this one right here, 100% fall sweater weather. Now, can you wear it right now in the springtime if we remain in the 60s and stuff? Yeah. If it's like heat, 80 and up, I would, yeah, 80 and up. I don't know that you want to wear this. This might choke you out in a lot of heat. Wow, mi gente, this is so pretty. I am picking up something almost like maple syrup. Oh, so much of it, yeah. Did I spray this? Let me spray this. Yeah, I'm picking up what smells like maple syrup. Oh, it's so yummy. Oh my goodness, friends, this is so gorgeous. So I am picking up, like I said, on a lot of maple sugar, maple syrup. It smells like pancakes. It smells like butter. It smells like salted butter to me, actually. Yeah, like salted butter, maple syrup, and it's very nice, but it smells like a buttery maple syrup. It smells like the batter of pancake, like this warm batter. That's what I'm smelling. I smell a little bit of a saltiness, they didn't mention salt. Actually, let me read you what Snif has to say about hotcakes. Okay, so when it comes to hotcakes, Snif says, warmer than a griddle and twice as tempting, hotcakes is a fluffy flapjack fragrance that drips with melted butter, maple syrup, sugared musk, and a berry compote. A gourmand so good, it'll make you flip out. This is really good. All of them are so pretty. Listen, so it says this opens up with butter and buttermilk. Middle notes are pancake syrup and maple. So middle notes are pancake, syrup, and maple. Base note is musk. According to Snif, they have listed on the box maple syrup, melted butter, berry compote, buttermilk, pancake accord, and sugared musk. Ah, this is so pretty. And you know, a few minutes go by and I kind of smell something that just smells like perfume. Does that make sense? Almost like the perfume of when you walk into a department store, like something perfumey. Really pretty. Maybe that's that musk. I don't know. Anyway, something here almost smells like bread, like when you're preparing bread. Not necessarily baking it, but when you're making it, like kneading it, you know, with the yeast. There's something like a little bit like yeasty in here. It's nice though. It's lovely. This is so gorgeous. The maple syrup front and center, the butter, and to me it's a salted butter. Berry compote. I don't know that I'm really picking up on any berries. There is a sweetness here though. Buttermilk. It is creamy. It is creamy. Not overly creamy though. I'm mostly picking up on the syrups, you know. And a sugared musk. There is something, the musk is a little similar in a tiny way to the one in Extra Whip in the way that it's kind of like playing out on skin. Gorgeous. So pretty. So mi gente, that is the Snif bundle. So you do save a little bit of coins by picking up this bundle, which I think is $74. Let me show you the size of the little perfume that's in here. I think these little perfumes, when you buy them from Ulta, I think they're like $25 or $28 as well. So you do save money buying the little bundle. This is the size of the little perfume that comes in the little bundled set. But this is nice. So, you know, if you go to Ulta, they had the little bundle on display and you could smell each thing individually. Like I said, it does come out less expensive than if you were to buy these just on their own. I think they're all gorgeous. This perfume is so pretty. Who would have thought I'd want to smell like a pancake? This is done so beautifully. It is rich. It's syrupy. Not overly sweet, even though we're talking about syrup and pancakes. I do get something that's a little bit yeasty, like rising bread. You know, I do get a saltiness, though they don't mention salt. The musk here is sugared, they say, and there is a slight similarity to the musk that's in Extra Whipped. But yeah, friends, that is Snif's breakfast set. Little breakfast release. Let me know if you have any of these. Do you love them? I love every single one of them. The one that is least regarded is Extra Whipped. I'm quite confused. I cannot agree with any of the negative reviews on it. I don't think it smells synthetic. I don't think it smells plasticky. I'm not picking up on coconut. I think it's gorgeous. I don't think it's even just your regular run-of-the-mill vanilla because of how beautiful it dries down. It's so pretty. Where did I spray it? Listen. These layers so nice too. Oh my gosh. Even the blueberry with the hazelnut, they all layer so beautifully. This is gorgeous. I am going to have such fun with hazelnut and with the perfume in the fall when the weather goes back to being cool. Anyway, mi gente, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for leaving, you know, comments. I need to do better at responding to them. I read them and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll respond in a little bit, you know, because I'm working. I'm usually like working and I'll get like a little notification. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And I have every intention and then, you know, I get caught up in work. But thank you for the suggestion. It kind of lit a little bit of a fire under my butt to talk about these because I had every intention to and I just never got around to it. So thank you so very much. I appreciate you and I appreciate you taking the time. Give this video a like if you made it this far. Anytime I try this spiel, I get tongue twisted and I sound crazy. Anyway, mi gente, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And, you know, just thanks for rocking with me, you know? So let's keep hanging out. We will chat soon. We'll hang out soon. Se me cuidan. Ciao.
I smell good. Yeah, I do. I smell good and I want you to smell good too. So